Have you ever stopped to wonder what your habits are secretly saying about you? Today, we're diving into the pretty fascinating world of dark psychology. We're going to look at the hidden meanings behind our actions, our emotions, and even the colors we're drawn to. All right, let's get right into it.
It's a wild idea, isn't it? The thought that every little thing we do, from how fast we walk to how we laugh, could be like an open book for anyone who knows how to read the signs. So let's start with some of those telltale signs you've probably seen floating around the internet. You know the ones. They're often presented as these simple psychology hacks that promise to reveal someone's inner world in just a second. Let's see what they have to say.
First up, speed. There's this popular idea that if someone is always rushing around, it's not really about being efficient. Nope. Instead, it's seen as a sign of some kind of inner turmoil, like a constant battle with sadness and anxiety is just pushing them forward.
Next, what about using humor as a weapon? This series suggests that when someone is constantly and loudly mocking other people, it's not a display of confidence at all. It's actually a defense mechanism, a way to project their own deep-seated insecurities onto somebody else.
And then there's excessive laughter. We usually think of it as pure joy, right? But this perspective claims it can actually be a mask for some profound loneliness. The idea is that the louder the laugh, the deeper the silence they're desperately trying to fill.
And finally, sleep. Now, we all love a good rest, but sleeping excessively is often linked to something much, much heavier. It gets framed as a retreat from the world, a classic sign of sadness and depression.
These are all very neat, tidy explanations. But let's be real, human beings are rarely that simple, are we? This is where we need to look past those surface-level signs and really explore the more complex forces at play.
And to see what I mean, let's take a really powerful and honestly often misunderstood emotion, anger. Instead of just seeing it as a negative trait, what if we reframed it as something absolutely essential for our well-being? Now, this is a really interesting perspective. This source suggests that anger isn't your enemy at all. It's your protector. It's the part of your consciousness that stands up and says, hey, you deserve better than this. In a way, it's a pretty radical form of self-love.
And this slide just perfectly illustrates that core concept. Anger itself is neutral, kind of like electricity. It's just raw energy. The crucial part is what you choose to do with that energy. Do you channel it to set boundaries and build a better situation, or do you let it become destructive?
This comparison really drives the point home. According to this source, when you bottle up anger, it doesn't just disappear. It ferments, and it can turn into something much darker, like rage. But when you learn to vocalize it constructively, it becomes a vital tool for self-preservation.
This whole idea of dual meanings doesn't just apply to our emotions. It extends to the world all around us, even to something as simple as a color. So let's take a look at the psychology of black.
Think about it. Black can represent power and elegance. It's why luxury brands use it all the time. It can evoke mystery and suspense. But on the flip side, too much of it can feel heavy, maybe even isolating. And yet, in a workspace, it can be used to enhance focus. It's a color of powerful contradictions.
So we've gone from these quick behavioral tells to the deep, protective nature of anger, and even the complex symbolism of a color. What we've seen is that simple answers are tempting, but reality is almost always way more nuanced.
And this is the final thought I really want to leave you with. Are these quick interpretations a genuine key to unlocking the human mind? Or are they really just a reflection of our desire to have simple, easy answers for incredibly complex beings? The truth, as it always is probably somewhere in between.